In a small town on the blasted tip of old Kentucky, just across the border from the eastern hinterlands, Zeck Strauss threw a furtive look over his shoulder before ducking into the Blue Coal Tavern. He didn't hear the clip-clop of the horse-drawn paddy wagon 2 streets over, nor see the electric bloodhound leading 2 masked figures in his direction. Zeck sidled up to the bar as only he could sidle. "Whiskey neat with a twist. 1 cherry, skin and stem only. Easy on the vermouth, pal." The bartender nodded. Zeck surveyed the tavern. The air was thick with cigarette smoke. Most of it came from 2 young boys at a table in the corner. They were sharing 1 cigarette at a time between them, one boy coughing and hacking up phlegm while the other puffed like a dragon. Then they switched. When they got down to the filter, they'd light another one off the cherry and keep going. In the opposite corner, an enormous hulk of a man drained beer after beer while his friend of average size studied a hand-drawn map, yellowed with age and burnt at one corner. The man with the map pointed at a place of interest and whispered something to his gigantic partner. The giant grunted, nodded, and downed another beer. The waitress brought him another tray with 6 full glasses and exchanged them for his empties. The only other patron of the Blue Coal Tavern was an old man in a wizard's cloak at the end of the bar. His drink was full, but most of the ice in it had melted. He was eating complimentary peanuts a few at a time and licking his fingers between each trip to the bowl. The bartender set Zeck's whiskey on the bar and tweaked his mustache 5 times to indicate the price. No sooner had Zeck reached into his satchel for his wallet, though, than 2 Churlian Imperial guards burst through the front door, guns drawn. The masks were in place on their helmets, complete with bulbous black eyes and sculpted chelicerae. One was a full head taller than the other. Both wore the bulky, mass-produced armor of the Empire's police force. Between them stood an electric bloodhound, its eyeless head turning to and fro as it sniffed the smoky air. "Freeze!" said the guards, their voices mechanically amplified by the mouthpieces in their masks. Everyone stopped what they were doing. The giant set down his 9th beer, only half empty. Like a magician doing sleight of hand, the other fellow rolled up the map and deftly stuck it up his sleeve. The boys in the corner set their cigarette, smoked nearly to the filter, in the ashtray. One of them looked equal parts relieved and nauseated. The ashtray was full of butts. They'd already smoked half the pack. The old man in the cloak dropped his peanuts back into the bowl. The taller guard holstered her gun and drew her scanner. "We are looking for 2 dangerous fugitives," she said. "They may have altered their appearance. We have tracked them across half of Kentucky. Our hound has scented their vehicle, but they have likely masked their own scents and changed their faces. We will perform a multi-spectrum scan on all denizens of this tavern." "Up against the wall," said the short guard, motioning with his gun. "Non-compliance is an implication of guilt and may result in immediate arrest or physical action taken against your person,"